here has ever used AI or ChatGPT before? Now keep your hands raised if you use these tools more than twice a day. 3 times? 5 times? 10 times? Come on, be honest, look around the room. According to AI environmental research papers, every single time you type in a single prompt with ChatGPT or OpenAI, you end up using enough electricity to power an LED light bulb for 3 hours. And that's just one prompt. Imagine the vast amount of waste on a global scale. Billions of queries daily, slowly but surely depleting our natural resources. In our society today, we often hear disheartening environmental news that discourages us from volunteering at green initiatives or taking simple steps to reduce our excessive energy waste, like turning off house lights. This phenomenon of crying over mass pollution in the Amazon to constantly seeing jet, oil-black beaches in the Caribbean is something known as eco-anxiety. What is it? How can we balance it with excessive eco-action? And what can we do? Hi, my name is Jiwani, and I'm a passionate youth environmental advocate. And where anxiety meets actions, the climate crossroads, I aim to explore the gray space between eco-anxiety and eco-action, hoping to share how we can transform worry into hope. And we can convert climate worry into hope, fear into motivation, and concern into real everyday solutions, showing that even petite steps can help create a trail forward that not only seems inspiring, but most of all, possible. Let's go back to when I was 11. I went on a simple vacation with family and friends to Punta Cana. From swimming in luxurious lazy rivers to eating authentic beach Caribbean food, I was having the time of my life. The beauty and simplicity of the Caribbean really resonated with me until I saw it. Streets obliterated with trash, crushed plastic water bottles, and natural hibiscuses struggling beneath the weight of pollution. And I wasn't just seeing a local problem. I was in front of a small part of a massive global environmental crisis. Every year, approximately 8 million cubic tons of garbage are dumped into the world's ocean. That's roughly equivalent to a garbage truck dumping out its load into the sea every single minute. After my vacation, I realized the harsh reality of how little some places care about the environment or how little actions there are to help make the world more sustainable. At that moment, I felt pushed to do something. I wanted to plant more trees and recycle every single little plastic bulb, but I couldn't. I felt that my actions alone weren't enough to make real difference or impact. So I ended up consumed with eco-anxiety, a chronic, often paralyzing fear of environmental doom. Let's shift the scene a little bit. In Sweden, a very environmentally cautious country, found that nearly students would recycle everyday uses and use them wisely rather than harvesting new goods every single day. This effective and efficient model of eco-swaps not only helped the environment, but also built a sense of community among the residents. However, the environmental quality only changed locally. According to professionals at the University of Bath, researchers found that nearly 60% of youth suffer from eco-anxiety, according to lead research university Caroline Hickman. That's over half our population. Over half our generation is carrying a heavy emotional burden about an immensely complex issue, too large, too daunting to ever solve. This statistic shows us how climate change often dominates the news, media, and everyday conversations, leaving many young people feeling powerless, hopeless, and unsure where to start. We see this anxiety, especially in young people, wondering if their grandchildren will ever get to experience the beauty Earth has to offer. Faced with these global challenges, the United Nations formally implemented 17 Sustainable Development Goals to help the world with peace and prosperity. Purpose simple, to provide a global foundation for every single human being on planet Earth. Some goals aim to tackle climate change and education, while others aim to bridge the disparity between eco-anxiety and mental health. Every goal has different targets and action goals to help be achieved, 169 in total. All of this sounds super amazing on paper. However, the sad reality is that none of these goals are even close to being achieved by their target year 2030. This is due to uncontrollable circumstances like COVID-19 and hantavirus. We see this, every year, we see how this affects youth people. So what's the solution? If small micro actions barely accomplish anything on a global scale, but have a large local impact. Meanwhile, large UN goals often fail due to uncontrollable and inconsistent circumstances. Well, it's actually quite simple. It's a crossroad between the two. To have a chance of reversing eco-anxiety or eco-action, we need more eco-swaps and micro actions, but on a global scale. So instead of being anxious, let's turn your eco-anxiety into some meaningful ways to help. Here are a few tips. Did you know that you can be environmentally friendly and trendy at the same time? Every single year, instead of relying on fast fashion, consider choosing more sustainable options. Fast fashion is focused on rapidly producing high volumes of clothes at low cost, which not only pollute the environment, but also lead to excessive water pollution. Instead, rethink your choices and consider shopping at thrift stores using organic materials like cotton and linen, or even just air drying your clothes. According to global environmental analysts, we now buy clothes 60% more than we did 15 years ago. You give each item for half its duration. And here's another interesting fact. It takes roughly 2,700 liters of water to make a single cotton t-shirt. That's enough water to make a single cotton t-shirt. And that's also enough drinking water for a person for over 2 years. Wouldn't you rather help the environment rather than waste it on random t-shirts just to fit in? This shows that shopping with caution and taking care of what we have can seriously help the environment if we all do together, proving that small, collective, mindful choices can add up and turn everyday fashion into meaningful climate action. Now, what if I told you you can also help the environment without even standing up? An average prompt with the ChatGPT roughly consumes 500 milliliters of water. This may not sound like a lot, but on a global scale, chatbots roughly receive 2.5 billion queries a day. If you do the math, that's enough to fill up 500 Olympic-sized swimming pools, and that's just ChatGPT. There are still numerous AI applications that use similar amounts of water every single day. If just 10% of ChatGPT users stopped using ChatGPT entirely, we would save roughly 50 Olympic-sized swimming pools worth of water, or 125 million liters of water. We could use that water for ecosystems and environments rather than waste it on random questions. All in all, eco-anxiety does not have to terrify us. Instead, we can use it as a compass towards genuine action. The challenges we face battling fast fashion, to our carbon footprint after using AI, to our plastic pollution are immense. But so is our potential if we consistently help little by little as a community together. We don't have to live like extreme environmentalists and give everything up. The key is balance. Instead, we can channel our worry into real constant steps that build community, preserve resources, and inspire others to do the same. Every item used, every tree planted, every little thing adds up. Together, our micro actions form a global ripple, proving that hope, not helplessness, is the most powerful environmental tool we have. Remember, we don't need more plants to sound super sustainable. We need your actions and your awareness to intersect at the crossroad to help make the world a more positive and powerful place. Will you let eco-anxiety control you, or will you allow it to fuel the motivation that changes everything? Thank you.